Alright lads, pick up video time. Some stuff from eBay, some stuff from the local area, so let's get straight into it. First of all, I want to give a shout out to a channel, Danny Thwaites is the name of the channel, and he makes some videos on here. He's a fellow Nottingham dweller. He actually works in the shop called Swap and Save, which is in the Broadmarsh Centre in Nottingham, and it's one that I mentioned in a pickups video a couple of videos back, but couldn't remember the name of. So I've remembered it now. It's Swap and Save, and it is what it says basically. Yeah, it's a really cool little independent store. There's games in there, other things besides that as well though. Definitely well worth the look if you haven't seen it already in Nottingham, in the Broadmarsh Centre, Swap and Save. So yeah, I went in there today and got recognised. How's about that for mental? Yeah, he says to me, "Oh, you make YouTube videos, don't you?" Which was a bit weird. I think it's only the second time that's ever happened. First time is meeting Cryart1. But yeah, so that was pretty random, pretty cool. And introduced himself, and he says, yeah, Jurassic Junkie's been in that shop a couple of times, you know, and we talked about how there's quite a lot of people from the Nottingham and East Midlands area that are in the gaming community on YouTube. So I mean, just off the top of my head, you got Tooty UK, Darren Walshsock, Shock 16, Cryart1, Car Boot Gamer UK. Blatantly not off the top of my head, it's written there, but there's quite a lot of us from this area in the old YouTubes. So yeah, that was cool. So Danny Thwaites, go check him out and subscribe if you like what you see. So from there, from Swap and Save, I did just get one game, and it was an original Xbox game, and it's Alter Echo. Got it for £1. Now this falls in line with my new kind of collecting plan for 2013, which is basically be a tight motherfucker and basically just trying to spend as little as possible. Just be patient and wait for the deals, wait for the real steals, you know, the real bargains, because they do crop up from time to time. I was a bit impatient at times over the last year or so of my collecting, so this year I'm trying to be really tight with it. So that's generally what's going to happen here. I mean, you know, but I am going to look further afield though, because obviously the car boots are going to be on again soon, so there'll be more avenues to going out looking for real bargains. So hopefully we'll be slowing down too much, but certainly going to try and not be too extravagant this year, because last year, I mean, Snatcher, Shining Force CD, just those three, Panzer Dragoon, I mean that's 300 quid's worth of games there, yeah, almost. So that's why I have them out. Yes. Anyway, so Alter Echo, don't really know much about it. It looks pretty from the screenshots. I really don't know what type of game it is, some kind of action adventure type thing, don't know. If anybody's played this and has anything to say about it, let me know what I'm in for. I mean, from the official Xbox magazine it says awesome, although that could have been taken out of context, you see. The sentence there could have been, if I was asked if this game was awesome, I would say no. You see, just taking one word out of a review might not actually mean that the game was awesome. Who knows? But that was £1, so that's what I'm doing here, trying to go for these steals. Went to Playtime last week in Nottingham. Well, I've been there twice this week, but the first time I went there, I got a 3 for a tenner deal, and I think this is a pretty damn decent deal. One of these was recommended by somebody on the tubes, I can't remember who exactly, but whoever it was, if you watch this video, remind me it was you, but somebody was talking about The Punisher, and they said that this was a surprisingly really good game. Might have been Shock 16, can't remember, but this is a really cool game, it really is great. Third person shooter, really cool atmospheric kind of feel to it. It's a joy to control, really smooth controls. What can I say about it? Yeah, I really recommend this, The Punisher, definitely. So 3 for a tenner, I got The Punisher. These are all complete. And what I did was, as well, I was a little bit cheeky. I went around the games that were in the 3 for a tenner bracket and swapped out to get some nice cases. Because originally 2 of these were really shoddy cases, so I swapped the inserts out and all the stuff, and so I've got some nice quality boxes. So Punisher. The other 2 was Rocky Legends, which is cool, and Manhunt. Now, if ever there's a game that's cross-platform, I will try and get it on original Xbox. Yeah, the graphics are often a lot better, and I just prefer the console in general. So Manhunt is one that, the second one didn't come out on Xbox, but if I do want to track it down, I'll have to go on PS2 for that. But yeah, I just prefer how they look on the shelf. You know, usually they're more colourful, and it's my console of choice from that generation. So 3 for a tenner, I thought that was pretty decent. So, but I did go back into Playtime today actually. Got another 3 for a tenner deal, but this was a bit kind of cheeky. Well, it wasn't really cheeky. You know, you got to try look, haven't you? Basically, they've got, you know, they've got 3 for a tenner deals. They've got 3 for a fiver deals. They've got 2 for a tenner deals. All this kind of thing. And I was looking at the three. Well, I saw this one game in the PS2 section that I thought looked really interesting, and it was in the 3 for a fiver deal section. And I was trying to find other stuff that I wouldn't mind that were in that bracket. Couldn't find anything that was PS2 exclusive anyway. So I picked 2 other games up, and well, I basically said, look, can you give me a couple of quid off these? They're all in you know, offer sections, but they're in different offer sections. So put them all together, it just gives a couple of quid off, and he agreed to that, so that was cool. Anyway, so the PS2 game that I initially saw and that I thought was interesting is Conspiracy: Weapons of Mass Destruction. So it says, believe nothing, trust no one. So this is right up my alley. This the story on the back of this, basically, well, let me read it. It says, government agencies linked to terrorist cells, drug factories and secluded training camps, missile caches and cover-ups. The fate of the world is at stake and no one is telling you the truth. So I love this. Conspiracies, governments getting their hands dirty, this kind of shit. You know, I'm really interested in all that kind of stuff. And so that seems like a really interesting game. If it's a cool game, I might do a gameplay of this actually. So I just love the kind of storyline that they're going for there with the conspiracies and cover-ups and that kind of stuff. I thought it was PS2 exclusive because I've never seen this on Xbox. Got back home, did a bit of research, and it is actually out on the original Xbox. So I might have to upgrade to that version at some point. But like I said, where possible, I prefer to have the Xbox version. So, and the Xbox actually got a lot more games than I thought. I was looking for the PS2 section, and I could have sworn that some of them were PS2 exclusives, and got on and found out that they were not. So, yeah, so Conspiracy. So I basically took these 3 games up to the till, said, give us a couple of quid off, he says, yeah. So that was Conspiracy, but it was only there for 2 quid, so probably false economy, but I basically got this one for free when you look at the other 2. And the other 2 was Amped 3. Said a while ago I've been getting into the snowboarding games, and Darren Walshsock says you need Amped 3 if you like your snowboarding games, because he says that's his favourite. So yeah, got that one finally. And the Guitar Hero 2 on 360, because I just love my guitar games. What are you going to do? So yeah, effectively 3 for a tenner. So I thought that was pretty decent there. Playtime in Nottingham, highly recommended indie store. Right, what we got next? eBay next. Right, this was another recommendation. Again, can't remember who said this was decent. I'm sure you'll see this and let me know. But it is Downhill Domination. In really cracking condition on the outside. Box is in lovely condition. Everything's gorgeous in there. But the disc is battered. I'm going to try and show you. Doubt it'll come up though. Now then. Now, not really seeing. Oh, see those lines? See those lines there? Yeah, concentric kind of circly lines thingies. Now, it's been through a CD cleaning machine, but I think it's been through a home kit, because it's quite a rough attempt, and there's some other, you know, scars on there that are still showing through. It doesn't play it. It gets as far as the title screen, and that's it. Bought it for 6 quid on eBay. Messaged the seller back, says, look, you know, thanks for the quick delivery, but this doesn't work. Yeah, I think it's been home cleaned, and it's still got some big scratches. Doesn't make it past the title screen. Blah blah blah. I said I'll send it back, but I'll want a refund for plus the postage. And he said, don't bother sending it back. I'll just process a refund anyway. So he did, to give me his credit. Processed the refund of 6 quid. And he didn't even want me to send it back. So I guess I might try and get it cleaned again, see if I can get it fixed, but I doubt that's going to start working. If anyone's got a loose disc of Daniel Domination that they wouldn't mind trading, then let me know, because I've got a box and manual that I want to complete. So yeah. Next one is for the Dreamcast. It's Nomad Soul. Now it's a sealed copy, so again I'm kind of loath to open it because I quite like the look of sealed Dreamcast games. I don't know, it's something about it. I just can't, because it's got that strip, it's got that official strip. Same with Nintendo games. How can you open them? I know, it's terrible. I'm not one for keeping stuff sealed, but the Dreamcast you can burn your own discs off, so there's really no need. I don't know if this is going to be worth something in the future, but I got this for £9 in total, including postage and packing. So it's pretty decent if you look at the average completed listings for this game. And it comes in all different languages. The guy, when I'd agreed to buy the one that was actually advertised, was actually a Spanish version. And the guy messaged me this before the transaction was completed. He says, this is a Spanish version. He says, I did not know that. Do you have any English versions? He says, as it happens, I do have an English version. So he sent me the English version, and I do think that goes for a few quid extra. Yeah, and it's supposed to be like a adventure-y kind of RPG-ish game. I'm not entirely sure. Again, anybody who's played this, let me know what I'm in for when I finally unsealed it. So Nomad Soul for £9 all in, pretty decent. Right, a couple more Mega Drive games. Oh, a couple of Mega Drive games here rather. First off, we have Tintin in Tibet. Obviously it's a French version, Tintin au Tibet, Tintin in Tibet basically. This French version is a lot less uncommon than the English version, which is listed on Retro Collectors as rare, but I think that's the English version. The French version is certainly not rare, uncommon maybe. But I got it for a decent price overall. I got it from France, and I got it let me think now, in total. I think £8. Let's have a look. Tintin. Yeah, basically £8 in total. So that's pretty decent. And again, it's complete. It's in really good condition. And the only thing that's different about the English version is the front cover. The manual is exactly the same. The game's the same. You can choose your own language. It's just this little bit here that is different in the English version. That's it. So £9 Tintin, pretty decent price. Now this game. God, I've been after this one for ages, and I'm not entirely happy with this purchase, but I've only myself to blame, and I'll try and explain why. Basically, saw this on there, it was in my watch list, and I'd forgot to bid on it, and it ended with no bids. Now the person had put a starter price of £15 with £3 postage and packing, which is actually £18 for this game complete. Is a decent price actually. It is holding its value, steadily going up actually a little bit. So £18 is not too bad for this, if it's in good condition. Anyway, so the auction ended, and I forgot to bid. So I messaged the seller. I says, I was going to bid on that. I'll offer you the £15 that you put it on minimum. £18 in total. Bish bash bosh. How's your father? Do you fancy that? And the seller tried to kind of haggle upwards, saying, well, actually, I'd prefer to have about £20 for it, really. I said, well, you listed it for 15, so if you want to take the listing price, I'll go for that. So yeah, that happened. Basically, they came back to me. Actually, I found out. I should say first of all, I found out that they actually relisted it. They relisted it for an £18 starting price and £3 postage and packing. But before they'd relisted it, they'd already sent me an invoice for the £15 because I said I'd buy it off them. Now in the relisting, they had some extra information that wasn't in when they first listed it, and this was to do with the manual. Because I asked them, you couldn't see it in the picture, so I said, look, is the manual there? Is it in decent condition? She says, well, it's there. The front cover's a little bit torn though. I was like, oh, okay, right. Bit vague, but okay. Anyway, when they relisted it, they'd said in the description, the manual, the front cover had come away from the booklet, and like basically a staple missing. So I thought, oh, is that it? A staple missing? Well, I'll just staple it in again. Oh, brilliant, you know, sorted. Complete copy, 18 quid, let's go for it. So I paid the money, they sent the game off, and I've got it here. And it is Sparkster. Sparkster, yeah. Sequel to Rocket Knight Adventure, of course. It is complete. Only thing is, yeah, as she said, the front cover is kind of disconnected from the manual, but also they've sellotaped. There's a big old rip down there, look. Can you see that? So that's slightly slightly worse condition than I expected it to be. But again, I've only got myself to blame because I went ahead and paid that invoice without really asking any more questions about the condition, being more specific. But I still think 18 quid is not a bad price actually for that, even with that fault. It's not so bad. So yeah, so that's it. That's my pickups. What do you think, lads and lasses? There's one other thing I want to say actually. Mega Drive collectors out there, if you're still watching after that ramble of a pickups video, I got a game here that is fairly desirable, and it's going spare because it's a spare copy. So if anybody wants to buy this off me or trade it, I have Gunstar Heroes. Now, a couple of things. Spine's a little bit faded, a little bit, not much, but it's worth pointing out. And it's without its manual, it's just the cartridge, and the cartridge does have a big P on it, which is fairly easy to get permanent marker off if you know what you're doing. There's certain techniques that make it very easy to get that off if you know what you're doing. I haven't bothered doing it myself yet though. I don't want to, you know, do it myself. But so yeah, if anybody wants to trade or buy this off me, I'm saying 15 quid. 15 quid cash plus postage and packing. It's pretty decent for that. Even in that condition, that's not bad. If you've got any other ideas, let me know. Open with trades, whatever. But it's a spare Gunstar Heroes, so yeah. That's my trades, pickups, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.